these sensitive ass that just came out of this little, I don't know where they come from, but niggas be getting wild emotional. Niggas be turning into big super police. Just be trying to have fun.
If Busta ever try to film me, hit you with no delay, so what you saying, yo? Should have with that 9 milli, but the devil, yo. Yeah, I do his better than him. He better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes show.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a story that is sending shockwaves through the hip-hop world, a story that is messy, scandalous, and potentially career-ending for a legend. We're talking about Busta Rhymes. Yes, that Busta Rhymes, and he is in hot water. Is...
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually...
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now.
I'm walking through the crowd and somebody grabs my hand. Just softly put their hand in my hand and just holding it. So I look, and I see this big chain that said flip mode. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes.
It's all exploding because of one man and one project, 50 Cent and his upcoming documentary on Diddy. Now, we all know 50 Cent doesn't do anything halfway. When he goes in, he goes all in. And this documentary, it's shaping up to be an atomic bomb dropped right on the music industry. But it's not just Diddy in the blast radius. Whispers, rumors, and now credible sources are saying Busta Rhymes is right there with him, smack dab in the middle of the fallout.
I seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, we gotta bring some we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Cause I bodyguarded for Ghostface before, you feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn. And my auntie like the biggest Busta Rhymes fan, you feel me? Like, every cookout she playing it. All his little fast rapping, all of that, him and Craig Mack playing that.
For years, we've heard whispers about Diddy's infamous parties, exclusive, secretive, and wild. But now those whispers are turning into screams, and Busta Rhymes' name keeps getting dragged into the chaos. Why? What's the connection? And more importantly, what does 50 Cent supposedly have on Busta that's got the flip mode general seemingly panicking? This isn't just industry gossip anymore, this is serious. We're talking about careers on the line, reputations about to be shattered, and the potential exposure of secrets that have been buried for years. Is Busta Rhymes about to be fully exposed? Is his legacy about to be rewritten? Let's break down every layer of this unfolding drama and see what's really going on. Let's start at the beginning, the rumors, Diddy's parties. For years they've been spoken about in hushed tones, private gatherings behind closed doors where the elite of the music industry and beyond allegedly indulged in, well, let's just say activities that weren't exactly Sunday school.
I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us.
These weren't your typical celebrity parties with red carpets and paparazzi. These were ultra-exclusive, shrouded in secrecy, and rumored to be playgrounds of excess and questionable behavior. And within these circles of whispered legends, one name consistently bubbled to the surface alongside Diddy's: Busta Rhymes. Insiders have claimed for years that Busta wasn't just an attendee at these events. He was allegedly a participant, deeply involved in whatever action was going down, deep in the cut, as some sources have put it, cozy with Diddy at the heart of these infamous freak fests. For a long time, it was just talk, conjecture, the kind of rumors that swirl around powerful figures in any industry. But now, with the Diddy scandal exploding, these rumors are taking on a whole new weight, because now it's not just whispers anymore. There's talk of proof, evidence, and that's where 50 Cent comes in, armed with his documentary and allegedly some seriously damaging footage. Footage that could turn these long-standing rumors into a devastating reality for Busta Rhymes. The stakes have been raised, and the temperature is rising fast.
Busta, I got to ask you, there has been so much going on in the music industry pertaining to Diddy. How closely are you paying attention to his case, the allegations?
I don't pay attention to none of it. I just kind of like to pay attention to the truth. I don't really like to speak on situations that I'm not well versed in, and that's not really my situation. You know what I'm saying? But I wish the best for everyone involved. God bless everyone involved. And, you know, I think that we should all kind of be a little more mindful of how much we speak on other things when it's as sensitive as this.
And then you have Big Homie CC, Busta Rhymes' former bodyguard. Now, bodyguards are usually tight-lipped, loyal to a fault. But Big Homie CC, he broke ranks. He went public, and he dropped a bomb that reverberated throughout the industry. In a recent interview, Big Homie CC didn't hold back. He didn't mince words. He called Busta Rhymes a super zest monster. A direct, provocative, and incredibly damaging accusation, but he didn't stop there. He claimed this wasn't some new revelation. He stated it was common knowledge and open secret within the music industry for years. Think about that for a moment. Open secret. It suggests a culture of silence where these rumors were known, whispered about, but never openly discussed or challenged. A world where certain behaviors were tolerated, even expected, behind the veneer of fame and fortune. Big Homie CC essentially pulled back the curtain, exposing what he claims was a widely known but unspoken truth about Busta Rhymes. He went further, detailing the alleged setups at clubs, the role of promoters in facilitating Busta's alleged preferences. He spoke of fun boys, curated VIP sections, and a system designed to cater to Busta's rumored desires. He even recounted specific incidents, like the alleged encounter with a friend of Don Benjamin, painting a vivid picture of what he claims was Busta's behavior in these environments. Big Homie CC's testimony isn't just gossip, it's a direct, on-the-record accusation from someone who was allegedly in Busta's inner circle.
Busta, I got to ask you, there has been so much going on in the music industry pertaining to Diddy. How closely are you paying attention to his case, the allegations?
I don't pay attention to none of it. I just kind of like to pay attention to the truth.
Let's dig deeper into this idea of promoters being in on the deal. This isn't just some random accusation. It points to a potentially systemic issue within the entertainment industry. The claim is that club promoters weren't just booking Busta Rhymes for his talent. They were allegedly complicit in creating an environment that catered to his rumored preferences. The narrative suggests that when Busta Rhymes was booked for a club appearance, there was an unspoken agreement, a hidden clause in the deal. Beyond the performance fee and logistical arrangements, promoters allegedly understood their role in providing a certain type of entertainment for Busta in his VIP section. This entertainment wasn't just about bottle service and comfortable seating. It was, according to these claims, about providing a selection of young men, specifically chosen to appeal to Busta's alleged tastes. This paints a picture of a calculated, almost transactional system. Promoters allegedly knew that to secure Busta Rhymes for their venue, they had to offer more than just a stage and a crowd. They had to curate a VIP experience that included a specific type of company for him. This suggests a level of organization and pre-planning that goes beyond casual encounters. Big Homie CC's anecdote about the Don Benjamin's friend is particularly disturbing in this context. It illustrates the alleged power dynamic at play, with Busta supposedly claiming someone on site and ensuring they were kept close throughout the night. This wasn't a casual invitation, it was, according to the account, a forceful abduction into his VIP world. These stories, if true, expose a potentially dark underbelly of the industry, where power and influence are allegedly used to exploit and control. And now, we come to the crux of the matter, 50 Cent's documentary. 50 Cent is known for many things: his music, his business acumen, his acting, his producing. But one thing that consistently defines him is his willingness to go after his rivals, his enemies, and anyone he perceives as deserving of exposure. And this Diddy documentary, it seems to be his magnum opus of expose. Rumors are swirling that this isn't just a talking head piece full of speculation and innuendo. The whispers are that 50 Cent has real evidence, concrete proof, and in this case that evidence is rumored to be video footage. Footage allegedly showing Busta Rhymes at these infamous Diddy parties engaging in activities that are, let's just say, highly compromising. Insiders are claiming this footage is explosive, career-ending explosive. They say it doesn't just show Busta in the background awkwardly standing around. It allegedly shows him fully participating. leaving no room for misinterpretation or denial. VIP level access to what really went down behind those velvet ropes. If this is true, the implications are enormous. A documentary produced by G-Unit Films, distributed on Netflix, directed by an Emmy winner, this is a mainstream high-profile project with the potential to reach millions worldwide. And if it contains the kind of footage that's being rumored, it could be a watershed moment, not just for Busta Rhymes, but for the entire music industry. The anticipation is building, the industry is holding its breath, and the world is waiting to see what 50 Cent is about to unleash. But let's take a moment to consider Busta Rhymes himself, beyond the allegations and the rumors. What do we know about his public persona, his history? One undeniable aspect of Busta's image is his explosive temper. This isn't just speculation, it's a documented part of his past. We've seen reports, news articles, and even court records detailing instances of alleged violence and aggression. From weapons charges early in his career to accusations of assaulting his driver, to the infamous incident where he allegedly threw water bottles at a fan for trying to leave his concert early. These incidents, taken together, paint a picture of someone with a short fuse, someone prone to outbursts of anger and aggression. This history of volatility is crucial when we consider his current reaction to the documentary rumors, the alleged threats directed at 50 Cent, the reported panic behind the scenes, the attempts to control the narrative. These actions are consistent with someone who has a history of explosive reactions when challenged or threatened. Is this the behavior of someone with nothing to hide? Or is it the desperate response of someone trying to protect a carefully constructed image from crumbling? His past behavior adds a layer of credibility to the rumors. It makes his potential denials less convincing to some. It fuels the speculation that there might be substance to the allegations, something he's genuinely afraid of being exposed. This isn't just about clearing his name, it's about preserving a persona that could be irrevocably damaged by the revelations in 50 Cent's documentary. And then there's the curious case of Busta's connection to Diddy. Think back to the early days of the Diddy scandal when the first allegations began to surface. Who was among the first to publicly defend Diddy? Busta Rhymes. He urged caution, called for people to wait for the truth and not rush to judgment. On the surface, it seemed like a show of loyalty, a defense of a friend and colleague. But in retrospect, and considering the subsequent deluge of accusations and evidence against Diddy, Busta's early defense takes on a different, more suspicious light. Was he truly advocating for due process and fairness? Or was he perhaps attempting to preemptively control the narrative to minimize the seriousness of the allegations, possibly even to protect himself by association? Because fast forward to today, as the Diddy scandal has reached a boiling point with federal raids, a barrage of lawsuits, and even criminal indictments looming. Where is Busta Rhymes now? Completely silent, utterly absent from the conversation. He's gone radio silent on anything Diddy related. No more public defenses, no more calls for patience. It's as if Diddy has ceased to exist in his world. This abrupt shift from vocal defender to complete silence is striking, to say the least. It raises eyebrows, it fuels speculation. Why the sudden change of tune? What prompted this dramatic about-face? Is it simply a realization of the gravity of the situation, a strategic retreat to avoid being caught in the crossfire? Or is there something more to it? Does his silence betray a deeper concern, a fear of being implicated himself? The stark contrast between his initial support and his current silence is a glaring question mark hanging over this whole drama. So, the stage is set, the players are in place, and the countdown is on. 50 Cent's documentary is coming to Netflix, a high-stakes production promising to pull back the curtain on the hidden realities of the music industry, focusing squarely on the Diddy party scene and its alleged inner workings. And right in the eye of the storm, battling against the swirling winds of rumor and allegation, is Busta Rhymes. His alleged threats, his reported panic, his sudden and conspicuous silence on the Diddy scandal, all of it paints a picture of a man under immense pressure, facing a crisis that could redefine his career and his legacy. The question isn't just if Busta Rhymes will be mentioned in the documentary, it's how and with what kind of evidence. If the rumors are accurate and 50 Cent possesses the kind of footage being described, then Busta's world is about to be irrevocably shaken. His carefully crafted image, his decades of work, his iconic status, all of it could be at risk of being tarnished, perhaps beyond repair. Is this the beginning of the end for Busta Rhymes as we know him? Is his career about to plummet faster than one of his lightning speed rhymes? Or will he somehow navigate this treacherous storm, emerge relatively unscathed, and continue his reign as a hip-hop legend? The answer, it seems, is locked within the frames of 50 Cent's highly anticipated documentary, and the world is watching, waiting with bated breath to see what truths will finally be revealed. Now it's your turn. What do you think is going to happen? Is Busta Rhymes genuinely entangled in the Diddy web, or is this just a case of guilt by association and industry gossip amplified to a deafening roar? Are you ready for 50 Cent to drop the documentary bomb that could reshape the entire landscape of hip-hop forever? Let us know your predictions, your theories, your reactions in the comments below. We want to hear what you think about this unfolding drama. Don't forget to smash that like button if you found this deep dive insightful. Subscribe to the channel for more in-depth investigations and analysis of the stories shaping the entertainment world. Share this video with anyone who needs to be in the know. The game is changing, the secrets are surfacing, and we'll be here to break it all down for you every step of the way. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.